Warning, we are about to spoil Point Break from 1991. If you haven't seen the film and plan on watching it, then click away now. Or if you've already seen it, or you just don't care, then please, stick around. Yo, hang 10.
If you say so.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. We're back. We're in your ears or your speakers or whatever you're listening to us on.
Well, it'd still go to their ears.
That is also true because of how sound travels. Anyway, science is fun.
Science rules. Bill.
Bill Nye, the science guy. We're not here to talk about our boy Bill. Also,
actually, no one here is named Bill. Huh?
That's true. Random fun fact, I don't know if this will be cut or not, but apparently when I was in LA, Bill Nye the Science Guy got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame just a few blocks down from where we were staying.
Can't believe they put the star on a hawk. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah.
Anyway.
We're here to talk.
We are back with Kathryn Bigelow.
We are, which is interesting. So, yeah, we only have one more Kathryn Bigelow film after this.
Two,
right. Because we have Hurt Locker and what's the other one?
Nope, wait, I might be stupid. You're right. We have one left.
You said it, not me.
Sorry, we were talking about how every director except Argento had two left on here, and Satoshi Kon also has one, so...
Yeah. There you can see where the confusion lies, but today we're doing... I almost said joining a film. We're not joining it. That was made 3 fucking decades ago.
See, I got the time machine to go backwards.
Oh,
so why didn't you release episodes for those 3 years? Shut up!
But yes, this is her 1991 action movie, Point Break.
The A-Team theme song played in my head.
Nice. A-Team theme song play. Yes, glad you had music playing in your head because nothing else was because of the silence.
Oh, true. I don't know if my snapping is picking up, but I like snapping.
It was not. Snapping is fun. Probably on your end, not mine. But yes, this has our boy Keanu Reeves, of course, and Patrick Swayze, and motherfucking Gary Busey, who I actually completely forgot was in this movie until I rewatched it.
Oh, fun fact. Gary Busey was brought skydiving.
Really?
With Patrick Swayze. Even though there's no scene with his character doing anything dangerous, it was just like, you want to go skydiving?
Yeah, knowing Gary Busey, he was probably like, oh, fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Woo.
I have the character list pulled up on Google, and for Bodhi, it is the Payday 2 character.
Nice. I forgot that. Because if you guys don't know, Payday 2 did a crossover with the remake. And yeah, they were in Payday 2. And Payday 2 incorporates a lot of action movies, which I love, like Hardcore Henry and John Wick.
And they were supposed to do Baby Driver, but I think the deal fell through. That's why there's the Baby Deagle.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
I think it was because they were like, oh, we could do a driving heist, but the driving sucked in Payday 2. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Yeah. God, they have good taste in action movies.
Anyway, we have an action movie to talk about.
We do. So why don't you take it away?
Because I don't want to.
Oh, well, okay.
Justin, you can't keep having the opening joke be cutting to the credits. It's just going to get old. Everyone's going to expect it. But what if I do it right now?
Well, yeah, that happened.
Or it did. I could just leave in the silence.
That'd be also funny. You have options, future Justin, which is more than we've given you.
Get back to work. Okay, hold on. Let's find the tone of the episode, and then we can continue.
Tone? What's that?
Room tone. It sounds like this.
Okay. Learn something new every day.
Don't don't ruin room tone.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, Point Break. We open with it's some dude surfing, some dude shooting. That describes the movie. We mainly open with Johnny Utah, the most action movie name I've heard in a while.
Yeah, that is a fucking awesome name. Also, I will say, just on a quick side note, Operation Fortune, the Guy Ritchie movie that came out a few years ago that no one cared about?
Yeah.
Jason Statham's character is named Orson Fortune.
That's a good fucking name.
Right. Same with Johnny Utah. God. And he's played two characters named Johnny Mnemonic and Johnny Utah.
Both movies are the same quality.
Fucking A.
But Johnny Utah, he's young, dumb, and full of cum. The movie says so. I can't tell you.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke. They literally say that in the movie.
Thanks, Dr. Cox.
Yep.
But Utah is a transfer. He's still new to the FBI, but he's in the bank robbing division. Because LA has been having a problem with the ex-presidents. A gang that wears a bunch of presidential masks and quickly robs banks. They never go for the vault. They only steal money from the, was it tills?
The tills, the registers, whatever you want to call it.
They only steal a little bit of cash, get out in 90 seconds, and always get away. They've done 27 banks in the past 3 years.
Glad Justin's keeping count, because the movie has a little trouble keeping count.
Utah is hooked up with Angelo. This is seriously brain.
Gary Busey?
Thank you. I don't know what is wrong with my fucking brain today. It is just like, it is filled in every sentence like a Mad Lib.
Nice.
Here's Angelo. He is insert name. Angelo, of course, has been on the force a lot longer than Utah, and he's kind of made fun of by his cronies because he has a weird idea about the robberies, that they're surfers.
Mm.
Now, the surfing angle makes a little sense because they found wax at a crime scene, but even Utah's like, well, that could be from anything. They could have just gotten a fucking wax before robbing the place.
Yeah.
But it's the only lead they really have because otherwise everyone disappears like ghosts. Now, the surfing angle makes a little sense because they found wax at a crime scene, but even Utah's like, well, that could be from anything. They could have just gotten a fucking wax before robbing the place.
Yeah.
But it's the only lead they really have because otherwise everyone disappears like ghosts. So they get the idea of, hey, Utah, you learn how to surf and go around the territorial surf gangs that are in LA and try to find who our robbers are. And Utah's Keanu, so Keanu just goes, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Instead of finding a teacher so he at least somewhat knows how to surf, they just buy him a board and he goes on out there and almost fucking drowns.
Yeah, it's kind of great.
Luckily, 90s love interest Tyler is here to save him. She gets about is like, you're a fucking idiot. Get off the beach. Utah just kinda stalks her, honestly, for a good week or so.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually goes up to her after doing a background check, says a story about his parents dying and because her parents have died. Just try and relate to her until she agrees, okay, fine, I'll fucking teach you how to surf. And through an 80s montage in the 90s, he eventually learns the basics, which is apparently enough to get in with the people he's going to want to get in with. But after a few lessons, Utah and Tyler are walking off the beach, and then they meet, hold on, fucking brain, please.
Bodhi?
No, I knew the name was Bodhi. I have it written down. It's just my brain did not want to finish the sentence.
Oh, fun.
Am I having a stroke?
That's what I'm wondering, because I've had this headache persistently for the past 5 days. Are we having strokes? Is this show going downhill? Fuck.
Buddy, there's nowhere downhill to go.
Oof.
Someone's burning toast again.
How dare they?
Okay, never mind.
Nah.
Try a sentence from the beginning. After Tyler teaches Utah a bit more, they're walking off the beach and they run into her friend Bodie. Bodie is total radical dude. He has bunch of surfer friends also kind of dating Tyler, but this gets dropped quickly, so Utah can date her. I think he even says later, it's like, I saw the way you were looking at her. I wasn't good. He was being a dude, bro. He's like, yeah, you can have her.
Something I love about this is this very dude bro-y among the surfers.
I mean, we're about to get to the most dude bro scene where him and Bodie hang out at night and they play football.
Oh, it's so manly. Oh, because he played
Football
at Ohio State.
Yeah, that was one of the things. He's from Ohio and he was going to be a football player, but got insert injury that stopped him, so he got into law. And they all assume he's a lawyer because he's not Ming, he's FBI.
Mm-hmm.
But they play some football, which that scene actually did get a lot of roughhousing. And Patrick Swayze even, I think, he either pulled a muscle or he messed up his knee after a bad tackle.
Dang. Yeah, we'll get into this later of the behind the scenes stuff, but Patrick Swayze got beat the shit out of in this movie.
But 2 more weeks go by. There have been 2 more robberies, which means there's been 28 robberies, according to the movie.
Do the math.
There was 27. Yep. 2 more happened. 28. So they're trying to think of more leads, and then they realize that all due to some evidence found at crime scenes and with like hair they found, they can find the exact like chemical mixture of the water off the side of the beach, because the different rocks it hits would make different minerals in there.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
He's back.
Wow.
But they go around and steal people's hair from the beach.
Literally, they just like clip it off like, hey man, I think you got something on the back of your head. Clip. Oh, I got it.
Or steal from some stoners who are just sitting there. Either way, they find a match. So Utah's hanging around on the beach, but accidentally pisses off one of the surf gangs there. One of them, wow, thanks voice crack. One of them is the lead singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Anthony Kiedis.
But yeah, kind of like accidentally cuts one of them off during the wave, so they go to beat him up, and he's doing somewhat well in the fight, then starts getting his ass kicked. Luckily, Bodie is there and sees this, helps Utah out, they get away. And now Utah thinks, obviously, it's these dudes. They're probably the overly violent gang of robbers. They even look into them more, and it's a bunch of neo-Nazis.
Yep.
Angela and Utah are staking out their house, and it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna we're gonna go in there, we're gonna bust this place. So go get some sleep. Instead of getting sleep, he goes to a party with Tyler at Bodie's house. And Bodie's like, talks about the way he feels about life, and how he just wants that adrenaline, and how later this year it's going to be the 50-year storm, and this giant wave's going to come in. It's going to be fucking awesome. Anyway, they go and surf at night, and admittedly a very well done day for night shot.
Yeah, very impressive. It is day for night, but it works.
The only times it's day for night is when they're looking up at the sky and you can see like the clouds and the sun coming through.
Yep.
And after that night surf, Utah and Tyler sleep together on the beach, which, good God, so much sand and you're still covered in salt from the water. It's gonna suck to wake up.
Honestly, just think
about it. Does.
Yeah, just think about the semantics of that. That would suck.
I think I've always heard from people where it's like, sex on the beach and sex in the shower always suck.
Yeah.
Beach because of the sand, and shower because someone is always taking all of the hot water.
Mm-hmm. But
Utah wakes up, realizes he's late for the raid, runs over to work, and we we raid the house. It could have gone worse, could have gone better. Because as soon as Angelo goes up to the door, he's acting like he lost his dog on a walk or ran away. But as soon as he's at the front door, all the Nazis in back are just pulling out guns. They're like, fuck this. He's going to break in. We got to kill him.
One of them's got a fucking what, scar?
No, it was an AUG.
An AUG. Yeah, one of them's got a fucking AUG. They're just loaded up. It's like, where the fuck did you get those guns?
Where the fuck did you get these in 90s California?
Yeah.
Shootout happened. One person does die, but everyone else is mostly alive. We'll talk about the scene more, because it is really badass, but plot-wise, we can just keep going. They do find drugs. They were attacked. These guys are going to be arrested. However, they have not... Hello.
There you go. Do you remember where you were at?
I do, because we were just getting done with the sting.
Okay, let's get back into it.
All right. Editing is fun.
Yay.
But yeah, Utah and Angelo fucked up because these are not the right guys. Which also, their fucking boss Harp is mad at them, but he gave them the search warrant for the place.
Yeah, so you're the one that approved this, motherfucker.
It's like, sorry we didn't know the DEA was running a secret sting operation. It's called secret for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
I do wonder how often that happens.
Yeah, because there are probably protocols in place on both ends where, like, okay, one person's like, if we get a raid, I'm supposed to do this. So, who knows how the semantics work behind the scenes.
Or hopefully, like, maybe a judge knows, so that way when order is brought to, like, hey, can we have a warrant to raid this house? It's like, no, I can't give that to you.
Yeah.
However, it's getting to the end of summer. The ex-presidents only robbed during the summer. That was also something that pointed to them being surfers.
Yep.
And well done. And Utah thinks he knows where they're going to be next, so him and Angelo stake out one of the trust banks.
Hey, we're sounding Justin over here. From the editing table. I missed a key plot point. Utah doesn't just know where they're going. After they failed the sting operation, or sting operation just wasn't correct, he goes to relax with Tyler and Bodie and the boys with some surfing just to clear his head. And during this, I need to bring up the opening heist of the movie. One of the robbers pulls down his pants and moons the security cameras, and it says, like, thank you above his ass. Well, while Bodie and the boys are surfing, the same guy moons the group. And it clicks in Utah's head that that is the same ass. And Tyler sees his shocked expression and then goes, you looked like you've seen a ghost. And the movie even flashbacks to Gary Busey saying, you can't catch them, they're ghosts. And that's how Utah knows that Bodie and his gang are the robbers. It's such a stretch, but honestly, it makes the movie just a little greater. Anyway, back to clearer quality me and Cameron.
Or trust funds, whichever. The trust. They're literally staying out there, but both just barely miss them going in. Luckily, see them going out and begin in a pretty sweet chase.
Yeah.
The gang runs, but they have to split up. Keanu's chasing one of them on foot. The famous backyard chasing happens. Chaos is going on throughout, but they jump down there. Utah hurts his leg, so he can't continue to chase. The guy in the Reagan mask is about to climb over the fence. He aims his gun. Reagan looks back, and they lock eyes. They think about kissing, probably.
Most likely.
As Utah realizes that's Bodie.
Mm-hmm.
He can't bring himself to shoot him because they become such good friends up to this point. And he shoots in the air in anger as Reagan gets away. Which, hey, Utah, those bullets still have to come down.
Yeah.
Rude. And this kind of starts a spiral of things getting bad because even Angelo's like, you wouldn't miss a fucking shot. You let him get away. You didn't accidentally lose him.
Yeah, he's like, here in this department, no one misses.
He's like, go sleep it off. We'll get back to this later. He goes home. He's with Tyler, and he's about to admit that he's an FBI agent. Tyler's like, I know you want to tell me something, but let's not right now. So anyway, he wakes up to being shot at because Tyler's really pissed figuring out he's an FBI agent.
Should have mentioned that the other night.
She should have let him mention it.
Yep.
She probably still would have been mad, but Also, Bodhi and his gang are like, fuck, he was an FBI agent. We gotta fucking kill him. We gotta deal with this guy. Bodhi's like, wait, I got an idea. Utah feels shitty since Tyler ran off instead of killing him and has been calling her. Finally hears a knock at his door. And he's like, okay, hey, Tyler, how's it? It's Bodhi.
Mm-hmm.
And Bodhi's gonna take him out on a day of fun.
Yeah. Be a rush like no other, man.
Utah doesn't get a chance to grab his gun before he's taken out of the house. And they're gonna go skydiving. Have you ever seen Princess Bride, where they have the poison in one glass and the other guy keeps debating which one to take because one of them will kill him?
Yep.
We do that, but with a 4-way parachute, as like no one's saying fuck you, you fucking pig, you're an FBI agent. It's very much like, why are you so nervous around us all of a sudden? Is something wrong?
It's very passive aggressive. It's kind of great.
But yeah, they're taking Utah skydiving. He's like, I have a bad leg. Don't worry, we're not landing on land.
Inconceivable. Sorry.
After switching of the parachutes, they all finally jump, and hey, everyone lands safely. There is a sort of, what is it called? They play Utah and Bodhi play chicken on who's going to pull the cord first, thinking that one of the parachutes is fucked.
Yeah.
But both are fine. And Bodhi's like, hey, come here, I want to show you something. Takes him to the back of a truck, shows a little TV. Here's Tyler. She's tied up and there's a dude with a knife to her throat. If Bodhi doesn't get in contact with this guy, she's going to be gutted like a fish. Utah has to help out with one last job.
So I guess we're partners now, bruh.
Not tubular. But they go to rob one more bank. However, Bodhi this time says to go for the vault. This bit of extra time makes it so an off-duty cop who is in the crowd, he pulls a gun, shoots one of the gang members. They kill the cop. And before leaving, Bodhi knocks out Keanu, and Keanu wakes up being arrested as the FBI is there. I don't know why I stopped calling him Utah. My brain just works that way.
Yeah.
Utah's arrested, but Angelo's like, let me take him. As soon as they're in the car, Utah's just like, hey, we need to go to the airport. They're going to the airport. They also kidnapped Tyler. Get me out of these cuffs. Oh, don't worry. I didn't believe you did a thing for a second. Unlocks the cuffs.
Yep.
We go to the airport. They're tossing the money on there. They're about to get out. Utah walks up, showing he has no gun, and he's like, hey, just tell me where Tyler is. I'll let you fucking walk. There is also a gun on you, so, don't try anything funny. I'm just saying, where is she? And I'll go.
Yeah, we leave. I'll go my own way. Whatever.
Bodhi still says no, and the extra gun is Angelo lining up a shot. He shoots one of the gang members. Another is behind. Well, he hears one behind him with a shotgun. Shoots them. Shoots another one with a shotgun. However, he kills one, but one of them is still alive. Shoots him in the back. So Angelo's dead. One of them's bleeding out, and Bodhi and Utah are still alive. Even the pilot's like, I'm not flying you. Yes, you are. Get back in the fucking plane.
Yeah.
Utah joins them. Bodhi brings in the one person who is still technically alive, but that was a 357 through the chest. He ain't making it much longer.
Mm-hmm.
They fly to Mexico, uh, ju- and Bodhi tries to jump out of the plane, being like, "See you in the next life." Now Utah doesn't have a parachute. Fuck that. Jumps out of the plane, grabs onto Bodhi, and tries to hold a gun to his head and saying, "Pull the chute." Bodhi's like, "No, you do it." Eventually, he just decides to drop the gun, pulls the chute, and they crash land. Or somewhere in Mexico, the guy who's been holding Tyler shows up. Tyler's allowed to go free. Bodhi grabs the money from. He did push his one buddy out of the plane who was shot, and they were alive long enough to pull the chute. But by the time they hit the ground, they have finally bled out.
Yeah, they're just dead now.
He grabs the money, and then we jump ahead in time a good bit. Utah had been tracking down Brody for multiple days, or weeks, months.
Yeah, something like
Always just a step behind him, but knew exactly where he would be, and that's where the big wave is.
the 50-year wave we've been hinting at.
They get in a fist fight. Utah even puts handcuffs on Bodhi, tying them to each other, so it's like, you can't have that wave. You gotta go prison. But as the cops are coming in by helicopter, Bodhi's like, there's nowhere I can go. There's rocks on both sides of this beach. I have to come back either way. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, man. And Utah says, fine. Bodhi goes out, hits the big wave, but as he's doing it, either you can take it he or did on purpose, or he actually just fucked up because it's a big wave, but he falls and drowns.
Yep.
And Utah walks away, tossing his badge in the sand as he goes home. The end.
And that was Point Break. Because I think, it's interesting because I think this is like this is the most recent Kathryn Bigelow we've watched, because the other ones have been in the 80s, right? Or no, we did Zero Dark 30, which is mid-2000s, but...
that was 2010s.
2010s, yeah, it was crazy after all of that, but yeah, really solid movie. I still really enjoy it, because I had seen this and Justin had not, but yeah, I didn't know if it held up or not, but yeah, no, still really solid action movie.
The thing I find funny when watching movies like this is being the person who, oh, hey, you know that classic movie Point Break? Yeah, it's actually good.
Yeah, it's really nice to see a classic that actually lives up to its classic status.
But it also feels like doing nothing to say, yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, exactly. And there are some minor nitpicks here and there, but overall, really solid film. So I would say definitely the best Kathryn Bigelow movie we've reviewed thus far on the show, in my opinion.
Yeah, we only have her Oscar-winning movie left of Hurt Locker.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of this movie is great in, especially the tension department, because this isn't so much about isn't like kills, but it is still about action.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. And I mean, her husband at the time I know was James Cameron, so and he's directed some of the greatest action movies of all time. So, but yeah, I don't
Some
know.
would say the best one, but
yeah, but yeah, it's just still a really really good movie. So, what was I gonna go? I was gonna go somewhere with this, but my brain gave up.
yeah, my brain's been doing that a lot too.
Oh, fun, but because there isn't really too much negative in there, is there?
I can't think of anything I really dislike. I do feel Tyler's reaction was over the top, but wait, which also, did she admit she knew they were robbing banks?
I don't know if they did or not. I think she knew they were up to something, but maybe it's hinted at that she didn't know the full extent. But yeah, we don't really know, because when she was all tied up and stuff, she seemed surprised.
Yeah, because otherwise, if she didn't know, the thing feels like a complete overreaction, because, why would she care?
Yeah.
He never technically lied. He said he got into law, and you all just assumed he was a lawyer.
Exactly. It was, yeah. Never really asked, so that's on them. But and I will say the only other thing I could think of negative is Keanu's acting is a little meh at some points, but I don't know if that was just because they were short on time and used the takes available or what.
I mean, that is just young Keanu.
It is, yeah.
He's an enjoyable actor. He's never that great of an actor.
Yeah. Never that great of an actor, but a great goddamn human being, I will say.
He was almost replaced. Well, other people up for the role were Johnny Depp and Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, I know. That just seems like it wouldn't fit. I was reading a bit about that too. Let's see. Matthew Broderick, Johnny Depp, Val Kilmer, and Charlie Sheen were all considered for Johnny Utah. And Ridley Scott was originally slated to direct this before Kathryn Bigelow picked it up.
Huh.
Yeah.
Actually, the person who wrote the script for this movie, he originally pitched it to the studio, but they said no and had to wait 3 years until the project picked up again.
Really? That's interesting. Huh.
And who'd you say was going to be the original director?
Ridley Scott.
No, it wasn't Ridley Scott. It was someone there. The original person, I think of it, wasn't the writer, but someone came out to the writer and was like, what if what if surfers were bank robbers?
Yeah.
That was it. That was all this came off of, and the writer was waiting tables at the time and wrote between shifts.
Really? That's so interesting. Huh.
So thankfully, it worked out.
Yeah. Screenplay by W. Peter Liff, apparently. Story by Rick King and W. Peter Liff. Yep.
Patrick Swayze was also originally slated to play Utah, but even he didn't feel he was right for the role. He felt more for Bodhi.
Gotcha. That's interesting. And I guess that'll be a good segue into the positive because, yeah, he does a great job as the villain.
Oh, the fucking bromance between him and Keanu is fantastic and honestly makes the ending tragic. I don't know why. I feel weird about the word tragedy because I always think of something that makes you bawl your eyes out type deal.
Yeah.
But this movie doesn't reach that level, but the ending is still that sort of colder feeling of tragedy that it had to end this way.
Exactly. Like he said, I wasn't built for a cage, man. I can't do that. I'm a free soul or whatever. And so he just goes out riding the big wave. So...
But also the scenes between the two, it's like you can really feel the friendship that's supposed to be there, and then it's like this thing has to split them.
Exactly, because Johnny Utah, I mean, they established that he was always wanting more, and that little monologue he had of wanting to break out and stuff when he pitched to her that she should teach him, that felt genuine. So there was always going to be a turning point, and I'm sure that neither of them wanted it to be that soon.
Yeah. Or even the scene with him and Tyler when she points out, you actually look happy for once.
Exactly, yeah. You always have this look in your eyes, but you surfed and now you look like you're chilling. You look like you're free, you know? So, but yeah, it's really well done. I really love the character interactions because, like you said, they feel very Dubrow-y, but they don't feel cringe at all in any way. It's very a realistic type thing because they're in, L.A. for Pete's sake.
Yeah. Also, Lori Petty as Tyler does a fantastic job as well.
Oh, she does, definitely. She's very good at playing that, the love interest of the movie. And fun fact, that same actress, she also played Tank Girl.
Yep, I can see it. God, Tank Girl is actually really awesome.
Tank Girl's fine, yeah. The animated scenes I absolutely love. I haven't seen the actual movie in forever, but I remember just enjoying it.
The full movie's a fun time.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the main three do such a great job, and everyone should kiss.
Oh, 100%. That's just interesting because, the dialogue, the men are very, macho, and they talk a lot about dicks and sex and stuff like that. And I don't know if that was just because, Kathryn Bigelow was playing against that stereotype, or because she was a woman or whatever, or just because, she was making fun of the dialogue that's usually in those types of movies.
I mean, this was originally written by a man, so hopefully it was just comment on toxic masculinity and just not how that guy actually talked.
Exactly, yeah. But, yeah, they did a great job there. And the action scenes are just awesome, honestly.
Oh, the action scenes are so much fun. I know it's it's gonna be stereotypical to be like, the chase scene through the backyards is
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it's the most famous scene from the fucking movie. But the reason it's so good is how chaotic it is. They're crashing
Yep.
through doors. People are chasing him out of the house. The robber throws a fucking pit bull at him. Like, literally picks it up and tosses it at Keanu.
Yeah, exactly. There's just the right amount of chaos and stuff breaking, and it does feel like they're like doing this in a crowd home because like people run in front and go, "Oh my god," and like jump out of the way, and it's just the right amount of like chaos and like stuff breaking that it just feels very visceral. And I heard that Kathryn Bigelow actually had a special like setup for the Steadicam, if I can find it here. It was a few of the action scenes were shot from POV of the characters, and Bigelow, along with the cinematographer, devised an innovative lightweight pogo cam to create a sense of immersion among the audience. So I guess that was kind of like a little Steadicam they used to go throughout all the houses and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, and just that's like that image of the guy in the creepy Reagan mask just like taking the little like gas pump and like spraying fire everywhere just looks so cool.
Oh yeah, the start of it looks great too.
Yeah.
Or the raid on the neo-Nazi house. That it's already a very fun and energetic action scene, the way that so quickly goes to hell.
Yeah, and it even starts out very chaotic. Like that was the end of the scene where Keanu falls asleep on the beach, is late to work, and he gets there. He's like, "Dude, I can't believe you're fucking late for your own raid."
Yeah, the two cops. Something I really,
Sorry, go ahead.
Something I really like in that scene is when they're first staying up at the house, you see a girl naked in the shower, and she originally, when the bullets start flying, she's screaming, so it's like, okay, we have our scream queen in the corner there. No, she starts fighting. She grabs Keanu, slams him against a mirror, and starts trying to join in the battle.
Yeah, exactly. Like the amount of like effort from the background characters is muchly appreciated, because in like a lot of action movies they're just in the corner the whole time. But no, she actually like starts fighting. I respect that.
Yeah. Actually, even working more backwards is like we said, the lead singer from Red Hot Chili Peppers is here. And in the fight on the beach, you'll see when Keanu finally starts swinging back at them, he's the first to go down with a single punch. The reason for that is he didn't show up for the choreography training, so the stunt coordinator was like, okay, you get knocked out. Like, if you don't show up to learn how to do the thing, you don't get to.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're making a film here. Time is money. I don't have time to teach you this. That's why we had the rehearsals.
Yeah, so here you go. You get one punch to the face.
That's hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, that was what I was going to ask, but yeah. And I know I mentioned this off camera, but I even made the joke, okay, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it actually is the guy from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, you were right.
Shit.
I don't know how to segue to the fun facts about the skydiving.
Mm-hmm. Because that was something I had forgotten upon my first viewing, but you can clearly see that Patrick Swayze is actually doing the stunts and Keanu is not.
Yeah, Keanu is clearly on a blue screen, or they had this really cool rig to hold them. Like, they would just go out, they'd go outside and these cranes would hold the character's ear by their back or by their stomach. And they had two giant fans below them, because even if they were allowed to shoot scenes through multiple skydiving, you can't actually talk while skydiving.
Yeah.
Wind is going past you at 100 to 120 miles an hour. You can't hear shit.
Exactly. All you hear is...
Yeah, so they set up that rig mainly for the scenes when him and Brody are held together and yelling at one another. But you can clearly tell that's where Keanu is anytime he's just skydiving by himself.
Yeah. And you can tell it's
the reasoning...
Sorry.
No, you can keep going.
I was going to say, and you can tell it's Patrick Swayze actually doing the stunts, like spinning around in the air. You see him like spin around in his face. It's like, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a far wider shot of him, so you can actually see where they're falling.
Exactly.
And the reason for that was the studio said, yeah, we're not going to insure you for skydiving since neither of your leads have skydived before.
Yep. And just a little fun fact off of that, they trained with a professional surfer named Dennis Jarvis off the coast just for the role. And Jarvis is quoted as remembering, he said, Patrick said he'd been on on the board a couple of times. Keanu definitely had not surfed before, and Lori had never been in the ocean in her life. And she was supposed to be the one teaching Keanu.
Really funny though.
Yeah, it is. And but yeah, the aerial jump instructor found that just Swayze was a natural because he insisted on doing it himself, and so he was like, "All right, I'll teach you. Let's do this." And so that's why Swayze ended up doing it himself because the jump instructor kind of endorsed him.
Well, not only that, he wanted to do it, and then they were like, "How about you just like take a camera and then go do stuff?"
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what happened. And he jumped like 50 times to get
Yeah.
all the footage.
Yep, like 50 sometimes just to get all the jumps, which is crazy.
Do you think the adrenaline ever stops?
Probably not, honestly. At least when you're jumping, probably between takes, but
I mean, after you do it like 50
Yeah.
times, you think it like calms down a bit?
probably like you still have that adrenaline rush and the feeling of that, but you're probably like more seasoned after that. Like, okay, I have to pull my chute at this time, and you're keeping it, just becomes kind of more natural to you probably as you go along. Because I've seen videos of like jump instructors, literally they open the back door and then he goes out the back plane and just like grabs a thing and hangs out the back to motion them out. It's kind of crazy.
There's a great old Rooster Teeth podcast clip where I think it was Joel talks about the time he went skydiving,
Uh-huh.
and it's just 2 hours of classes where it's like, you are going go on the plane. You will sit on the plane. The door will open. You put the hand on the wing. You jump out. Pull the cord.
Yep. They want to make
Well, you wait a bit. Pull the cord. But they repeat that multiple times over and over again for 2 hours. That when you actually do it, he describes it as like you're still trying to process everything. Like, wait, why is he opening a door? You're not supposed to do that on a plane. Is my hand? It's on the wing. Is that the wing of a plane?
Yeah, there's something still inside of you telling you that, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you can have it fully explained, but it's still just like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm doing this.
Yeah, and then when you actually do it, your like survival instincts kind of kick in. Like, no, you shouldn't be doing this. It's like, no, it's okay. I have safety body. It's fine.
But yeah, it's stuff like that, like the fact he actually went and jumped 50 times. You can tell how much people wanted to make this movie.
Exactly. There's clearly like a passion behind it. You can tell like effort went into this, and it makes for a pretty kick-ass movie. It's just a very solid vibe, in my opinion.
We should also mention all of Swayze's fucking injuries.
Yeah, because Swayze admitted during the film that he died 6 or 10, almost died 6 or 10 times while shooting the film, is what he quoted as. 6 or 10.
But like during the surf train, did he crack 4 ribs or something?
Something like that, yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
And while you look for that, just the football scene. The boys were being boys,
Yep.
and they would keep roughhousing. There was wrestling between takes, and while fucking about, Swayze, I think, sprained his ankle or might have even broken something.
Damn.
Just like, God damn it, guys.
Yeah, and yes, it was 4 ribs.
Oof.
Yep. I'm just thinking of the burn nose clips. That's the thing about broken ribs. You're not getting up. Or whatever it was.
I was thinking that too. I fucking love that moment in the first season of Bird Nose where Michael cracks his ribs and then they're realistic about it. It's like, yeah, no, you're not doing a fight scene. Your fucking ribs are cracked.
Yeah, that is in a crazy amount of pain.
It's so nice when Bird Nose was making fun of spy cliches and then became the spy show it was clicheing.
Yeah.
Or satirizing, not clicheing.
Yep.
Thanks, Brian.
And then, but yeah, and something I do like too is how Keanu gets beat the shit out of a movie, in the movie, and like they do keep bringing up the broken leg. That is a constant hindrance to him during the movie.
It's literally the only reason Bodhi gets away, because he just can't.
Yep. It's like, yeah, if you jump that far and do the little water outlet thingy, then yeah, of course you're gonna break your leg or something.
You gotta tuck and roll.
Yep.
I, I should I should know. I'm very athletic.
But yeah,
Oh.
I don't even know if there's anything else. Just overall, a really solid action flick.
The music was good.
Oh, yeah.
The cinematography was great as well.
Oh yeah, the way they were able to capture all that, and like I said, the day for night scenes, they are day for night in a couple spots, but they're really well done. And I understand the semantics behind that, because it's like, of course, we're not going to actually shoot it at night. A, because we can't really light it up how we want, and B, because you could actually put the characters in the actors in as much danger as the characters are saying.
Oh, actually, with the final wave.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the movie they say it's going to be in Australia, but in actuality they were in Hawaii.
Ah.
And the wave was bigger than, like, the somewhat of a perfect storm happened, and the wave was almost as big as Bodhi was describing.
Really? It just happened to be.
However, Patrick Swayze wasn't the one surfing. It was his stunt double in that scene, because, like,
Yeah.
it's actually fucking dangerous.
Yeah, like insurance is like, okay, we let the skydiving thing slide, but yeah, we're not insuring that. Sorry.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to care about the skydiving thing. It wasn't insured, and luckily it went well.
Yeah, exactly. But
It is kind of a shame though that the stunt actor got to surf basically a legendary wave, but was forced to take a dive.
yeah, just because of plot convenience.
Well, not plot convenience, just the plot.
Yeah.
I will say that's my only negative. I think the fist fight could have been cut, and just him letting Bodhi go die instead of being arrested would have fit better, or felt like a better ending for the movie.
Yeah, it would have been more profound or whatnot. And I mean, hell, even him like locking him up in the handcuffs would have been fine. But like, yeah, that whole fist fight just felt kind of a bit superfluous. But
And I was thinking something when driving to work the other day. Why do you think Bodhi wanted to rob the vault?
yeah, that is an interesting thing, isn't it? Like, clearly he got greedy, and I assume at least that was because it was the last robbery of the season, and they were going to try to get one out big or whatever. But yeah, I that one is kind of unclear to me. That's the only other nitpicky thing I'd say about the movie is, why did he go for the vault? Because if he didn't, it would have gone fine. The plan, I think.
Well, I think there's like two ways to look at it. Either A, he wanted to be caught. Like, he wanted this to end in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they even talk about dying, doing what they love, and they love getting this high.
Yeah.
This adrenaline. And it's either that he wanted it to fail, or B, it was just greed. It was like, this is the last job we could possibly do here, because the FBI knows what we look like.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I think either or would fit, honestly, depending on how you want to look at it. And that's the kind of thing I kind of like.
It's clear the gang wasn't in on it, because they're even confused when he says go for the vault.
Yep, exactly. Even Keanu points out, like, you're changing your own plan, man. But yeah, I could honestly see either way, and that's the thing I like, is the film does kind of leave that up in the air.
Up in the air, I get it.
Hey.
Hey. I will still say, I guess this is somewhat of a bitter note to be on. It still doesn't feel like it feels like this movie was competently directed, but not personal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, the direction wasn't bad by any fucking means, but there's still not a personal flair thrown in.
Yeah, exactly. There's not something where you can say, that's the director.
That's just how Bigelow kind of has felt with all her movies, of still very competent director,
Yeah.
just no, I don't want to say no personality, but I guess that's technically what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just however you want to phrase it, if you get our point. Because all the other ones...
She's no auteur. Not that every director needs to be one.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not a negative by any chance, but yeah, there's nothing where you can say, oh yeah, that's so them.
That's so Bigelow.
But yeah, is there anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
Yeah. So definitely check it out if you're curious. And yeah, definitely gets a rating from us, however our rating system, however we feel like rating it that day.
Do we feel like rating today?
Don't know.
I give this a solid hang 10 at 4 p.m.
Bam. In the bag. All right.
Whatever that means.
Yep. But yes, is it time?
It is time. It is time for us to do the whole gimmick of the show.
Woo!
But remember, it's our gimmick, and also we do not take criticism.
That's a jab at that. That's a jab at a negative comment we received that was since deleted by the author.
But we are still on the director's wheel. This is our... I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is our last spin of the director's wheel before we jump back to the series wheel.
Yep.
That's about it. It's hard to do a bit with this one because it's all so many different movies. I guess I could list the directors, but also I could just... Spin! God, this is just the freaking Bigelow Argento spins, huh?
What did we get?
We are doing Tenebrae next.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Yep.
I know nothing.
Yep. That'll be a fun watch. Pretty sure this is actually Opera was as well, so that's kind of pointless. So where it's an actual killer and there's no supernatural elements to it.
I want supernatural.
You'll get that in Deep Red.
What about Inferno? Is that still just a normal killer? Or...
Oh, no. Inferno's supernatural, because Inferno is actually the sequel to Suspiria.
I thought it was a spiritual successor. I didn't know it was directly a sequel.
Yeah, I think Argento said it, well, either a spiritual successor, sequel, whatever. It takes place in the same universe and deals with, I think he called it the Three Mothers trilogy, which was Suspiria, Inferno, and I think the Three Mothers, which was the third one that was not as well received.
So the Three Mothers trilogy has a movie called Three Mothers.
Yes, something like that.
Huh.
Yep. But yeah, we'll get back with Tenebrae. I'm excited to rewatch that because I've only seen that once, and I think I saw Opera twice and Suspiria a bunch of times before we watched it on the show. So,
Oh, that's because Suspiria is awesome.
oh yeah. So yes,
Unlike our episode on it.
I thought that went pretty well.
It did, but it was still when I was using the fucking laptop mic.
Yeah, before we figured out the technical aspect of it.
Before I realized, oh, if you go in the menu, you can actually hit the blue snowball you had all this time. Thank God that didn't take over 30 episodes to figure out. Oops.
Thanks, past us.
Thanks, past me.
All right. See ya.
Yeah, you're the back.